In today's session, we will cover some of the UPI basic concepts, such as our first topic is what is a VPA or a UPI ID. So, VPA stands for Virtual Payment Address, whereas UPI stands for Unified Payment Interface ID. Both are the same thing. Just think of UPI ID similar to an email ID. Just like we have shyamkirana@gmail.com or shyamkirana@yahoo.com. You can also have unique identifier, unique payment identifiers, or unique account identifiers such as UPI ID. These unique, so what does a unique email ID? What is the purpose of a unique email ID? A unique email ID allows your mail server to find the correct destination for your mail. Similarly, what does a unique payment identifier such as a unique VPA or a UPID does is that it enables the NPCI network to ensure that the correct payment reaches the correct owner. The next topic is what is a P2M VPA. So there's a lot of confusion between what is a P2P and what is a P2M VPA ID. So in this whole process, let's see what is the flow. First comes your current account. Basis on your current account, you create your UPI ID. Basis your UPI ID, you create your QR code. Okay, now UPI ID can be of two types. P2M, that is your peer to merchant VPA. Only using a P2M, a merchant can create a QR code. So the purpose of a P2M UPI ID is to create a QR code. Next is your P2P VPI ID or a peer-to-peer VPI ID. So let's understand the use cases for both the cases, for both the situations. Now, if suppose I am a merchant, a customer visits my shop. In that case, I have a QR code pasted on my shop, on my counter. The customer can scan the QR code through any UPI enabled app and make the payment. Now in the other scenario, so here we require a P2M UPI ID to create a QR code. In the next scenario, we have a customer who has not visited my shop, is at some other location, and I need to collect a payment. In that case, I can send him a P2P VPA ID of mine and ensure that the merchant can, that will ensure that the customer can make a payment using that UPI ID. So again, I will reiterate the flow. First comes the current account. Basis the current account, we create an alias or alibi for the current account so that we do not have to share our account details with every person from whom we want to collect payments. So comes the UPI ID. UPI ID comes in two forms, P2M and P2P. So we need to understand which comes first. First, you need to create at least in terms of EasyPay, first comes P2M. Once you create a P2M, then you will be able to create a QR code. And once you create a QR code, then not QR code, but at least once you create a P2M ID, VPA ID, you are able to create a P2P UPI ID. Another point that I would like to reiterate is that one merchant, one can have any number of current accounts, but one current account can have only one P2P and one P2M UPI ID. Okay. Next is what is the connection between a QR and UPI ID? So as I have already spoken, QR code is nothing but a pictorial representation, a barcode representation of the UPI ID, of a barcode representation or a pictorial representation of your P2M UPI ID. So unless you create the P2M ID, you cannot create the QR code. That is the connection. P2P and QR code are not linked. You cannot create P2P, you do not need to associate your P2P ID and QR code together. Please remember, you need to create a P2M ID, on basis that you have to create a QR code. In the next sessions, we will cover how do we create both the IDs and also how do we create a QR code. So if you have created a P2M QR ID, so when you download EasyPay app, you create a P2M VPA or a UPI ID. Currently, EasyPay does not create P2P UPI IDs. For creating P2P UPI IDs, we take offline request. Only P2M IDs are created through EasyPay or InstaBuzz app, and the apps have inbuilt technology to create a QR code. In case you are creating offline QR codes, in the next session we will cover how do we create a QR code when we have created the P2M offline and not through the app. So hope you find this tutorial